Cavendish banana. The Cavendish is the banana most people recognize today. It became dominant in global trade after the mid-23rd century, when Panama disease devastated the older Gros Michel plantations. Most Cavendish bananas are not grown from seeds, but from cloned plant shoots, which makes them uniform in size, color, and ripening behavior. They are harvested green, shipped cold, then ripened with ethylene gas before reaching stores. The flavor is mild, sweet, and creamy, with a soft texture that becomes starchier when underripe and more fragrant as the peel turns yellow with brown spots. Gros Michel banana. Gros Michel, often called Big Mike, was once the world's main export banana. From the late 1800s into the 1950s, it dominated plantations in Central America and the Caribbean because it had a thick peel, strong aroma, and could survive long shipping routes. Its decline came from Fusarium wilt, better known as Panama disease, which spread through soil and attacked the plant's vascular system. Compared with Cavendish, Gros Michel is often described as richer, sweeter, and more perfume-like. Today it still exists in limited growing regions, but no longer controls the global banana market. Red banana. Red bananas are grown across parts of Southeast Asia, East Africa, Central America, and the Caribbean. Their peel ranges from reddish-purple to deep maroon, caused by natural pigments called anthocyanins. Inside, the flesh is usually cream to light pink and becomes softer as it ripens. Red bananas are often shorter and thicker than Cavendish bananas, with a dense texture and a flavor that can suggest raspberry, mango, or sweet berry notes. They are usually eaten fresh when fully ripe, but in some regions they are also cooked. Their unusual color makes them visually distinct, but they are still part of the same broad Musa banana family. Lady finger banana. Lady finger bananas are small dessert bananas, usually around 3 to 5 inches long. They are especially common in Australia and parts of Southeast Asia, where they are valued for their compact size and sweet flavor. The plant produces clusters of slender fruits with thin yellow skins and creamy flesh. Because they are naturally smaller, they are often sold as snack bananas or baby bananas. Their taste is sweeter and more concentrated than a standard Cavendish, with a light honey-like aroma. The texture is smooth, not floury, and they are often eaten fresh rather than cooked. Blue Java banana. Blue Java bananas are known for their silvery blue peel when unripe, which slowly turns pale yellow as the fruit matures. They are grown in tropical and subtropical regions, including Southeast Asia, Hawaii, and parts of Central America. The variety is famous for its nickname, ice cream banana, because the ripe flesh can be soft, creamy, and lightly vanilla-like. The plant is also relatively cold-tolerant compared with many tropical bananas, making it useful in areas where temperatures occasionally drop. Blue Java bananas are eaten fresh, blended into smoothies, or frozen for a texture similar to soft serve. Plantain. Plantains are close relatives of dessert bananas, but they are usually treated as a starchy cooking crop. They are important across West Africa, the Caribbean, Latin America, and parts of Southeast Asia. Unlike sweet bananas, plantains contain more starch when green and are commonly fried, boiled, roasted, or mashed. Green plantains are firm and savory, often used for chips, tostones, or fufu-like dishes. As they ripen, the peel turns yellow and black, the starch converts into sugar, and the flavor becomes sweeter. Plantains are not a single variety, but a broad group of cooking bananas central to many tropical food cultures. Saba banana. Saba is a thick, angular cooking banana widely grown in the Philippines. It is part of the ABB banana group, meaning it carries genetic material from both Musa acuminata and Musa balbisiana, which contributes to its starchiness and hardy growth. Saba bananas are used in dishes such as banana Q, turon, and ginanggang, and they are also processed into banana chips and flour. The fruit has a firm texture when cooked, with a mildly sweet and earthy flavor. Its peel is thick, its body is short and blocky, and it is valued as both a household food and an agricultural staple. Manzano banana. Manzano bananas are small, plump bananas known for their apple-like aroma, which explains the Spanish name, manzano, meaning apple tree. They are grown in Central and South America, the Caribbean, and parts of Southeast Asia. When underripe, the fruit can be slightly tangy and firm, but when fully yellow with dark speckles, it becomes very sweet and fragrant. The flesh is creamy and dense, with flavor notes often compared to apple, strawberry, or tropical candy. Manzano bananas are usually eaten fresh rather than cooked. Because of their delicate texture and shorter shelf life, they are less common in large export markets. Burro banana. Burro bananas are short, chunky bananas with squared edges and a slightly ridged shape. They are grown in Mexico, Central America, and parts of the Caribbean. When green, they are firm and starchy enough to be cooked like plantains, but when fully ripe, they become sweet with a mild lemony or tangy note. The flesh is pale yellow, dense, and less creamy than a Cavendish. Burro bananas are often boiled, fried, or used in desserts, depending on ripeness. Their versatility makes them useful in both savory and sweet cooking, especially in regions where bananas are treated as everyday staple foods. Pisang Raja. Pisang Raja is one of Indonesia's prized dessert bananas, especially associated with Java and Sumatra. The name means king banana, reflecting its reputation for rich flavor and cultural importance. It is often used in Indonesian sweets, such as pisang goreng, where the banana is battered and fried until the outside is crisp and the inside becomes soft and aromatic. The peel is usually yellow to orange when ripe, and the flesh has a deep sweetness with a slightly custard-like texture. Pisang Raja is less common in Western supermarkets because it bruises more easily and is usually consumed near where it is grown. Lakatan banana. Lakatan is one of the most popular dessert bananas in the Philippines. It is known for its bright yellow to orange flesh, sweet aroma, and firmer bite compared with Cavendish. The peel is relatively thin, and the fruit is often served fresh as a table banana. Lakatan is also used in smoothies, cakes, and local desserts because its flavor remains noticeable even when mixed with other ingredients. It belongs to a group of cultivated bananas selected over generations for sweetness rather than long-distance shipping. Its texture is smooth and slightly dense, with a flavor that is more tropical and fragrant than standard export bananas. Latundan banana. Latundan, also called tundan or silk banana in some regions, is another important Philippine dessert banana. It is smaller than Cavendish and usually has a thin peel with a rounded shape. The flesh is soft, sweet, and slightly tangy, making it popular for children and everyday snacking. It ripens quickly and is usually sold in local markets rather than shipped across long distances. Latundan bananas are also used in home baking and simple desserts because they mash easily and bring natural sweetness. Their flavor is gentle but aromatic, with a creamy texture that becomes very tender when fully ripe. Goldfinger banana. Goldfinger is a modern banana cultivar developed through breeding programs to resist disease and improve durability. It was created by the Honduran Foundation for Agricultural Research, known as FIA, and released in the late 20th century. Unlike many traditional bananas, Goldfinger was bred rather than simply selected from existing local varieties. It has resistance to several banana diseases and can be eaten fresh or cooked depending on ripeness. The fruit is medium-sized, with a sweet tart flavor and a texture that holds up better than softer dessert bananas. It represents one possible future for bananas: more genetic diversity, stronger disease resistance, and less dependence on a single clone. Wild banana. Wild bananas are very different from the seedless fruit found in supermarkets. Many wild musa species grow in Southeast Asia, New Guinea, and surrounding tropical regions, where bananas were first domesticated thousands of years ago. Their fruits often contain large, hard black seeds, leaving much less edible flesh. Early farmers selected rare plants with fewer seeds and better texture, then propagated them through shoots instead of seed. This long process helped create the soft, seedless bananas eaten today. Wild bananas are not usually grown for dessert, but they remain important because their genes may help breeders develop future bananas with better disease resistance, drought tolerance, and resilience.